Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And before I forget, happy holidays to everybody. Hope it's a good season for everyone. We're going to go on a very fun test drive today. This car is a 1970 Triumph TR6. It's a very nice car. Please take the time to watch the showroom video that I will do on this car, where I'll explain some of the history of this particular car and its condition. We also just completed our cold start video. Please watch that video and take the time to look at all the photos we'll do. This is a very special and very unique TR6. We have a couple clients we work with, and this is a consignment car. I know the guy very well that owns this car. He has an extensive car collection. He is heavily involved in international rallies. He's been in the Mille Miglia. I've been with him. He's been on the Colorado Grand. I've been with him on these different tours. And he has a number of pre-war Alphas. I sold him a 3-liter Bentley, on and on and on. He likes making his cars as perfect as possible. He came across this TR6, he purchased it, and then just for fun, he did this car. This is one of the most well-prepared TR6s I've ever driven that is street drivable. I'll talk about it in the showroom video, but for the purposes of our drive, it is a Triumph TR6 engine. The engine has a stage 2 cylinder head that's been ported and polished, has a different cam in it, has high compression pistons, polished crank, obviously a lightened flywheel, and the minute you start this car, it is not your normal TR6. It also has, when he went through the car, rebuilt transmission with all new synchromesh, and the car is unreal to drive. The road manners are very tight. It's a very strong running TR6. It revs like crazy. I'll show you some of the higher rev range. Very powerful TR6. The only thing, and I will mention this in the showroom video, during the build of the car, they did Mikuni flat side carburetors. There are no chokes on the carbs. So when we did the cold start video, you'll notice we really just had the car idling, and then I revved it a little bit. The way it's set up right now, it needs time to warm up because there is no choke on the car. It is much more a high performance setup. Once it's warm, it's fantastic. But if you're going to really drive the car on a daily basis, or you want to hop in and drive it, I would suggest maybe switching to carbs with chokes, either going with Weber's, SU's, Zenith Stromberg's, what the car came with, or anything. But just that's the one thing that's kind of unique to the way they built the car. So let me start it up for you. It's fully warm now. And even there, I mean, the start on this thing, it's instant, it revs. It's just very quick engine. Everything is working on the car. The wipers wipe, the horn beeps, all the electrics are working. The speedometer and odometer are working. It's showing 24,000. I have no idea if that's original, so let's assume it's 124, but it's a completely restored car. The tachometer is working properly. He's got a cool steering wheel on it. It has just a wonderful, good solid feel. Temperature, it's cold in Pennsylvania right now. We're in the low 30s, so it'll warm up a little bit, but it's staying on the cold side. Oil pressure is fantastic. It's running on either side of 50. But again, this was a custom built motor, built by an engine builder down in Texas. So when this guy does his cars, he does them right. Fuel gauge is working. The amps gauge is showing a nice state of charge. He has a modern AM/FM Bluetooth stereo in it. The wood is gorgeous, the dash. I mean, his cars are just gorgeous. It's just that he treated this car like it was a pre-war Bentley. I mean, I actually don't know what was spent on this car, but it was a lot. So if you're looking for a unique TR6, consider this one. It's a good one. Has a lightened flywheel. It's actually a very tractable motor, typical Triumph straight 6. So it did retain the straight 6 smoothness. It just revs like crazy, and good torque, good power. This is not a normal TR6. God, incredible performance for a street car. Settles down, nice smooth idle. It can, of course, also be driven very smoothly. Very smooth motor. It's not finicky, it's not fussy. It's third, it's fourth. The suspension is very tight, nice and stiff. The turn-in is beautiful. The brakes are great. So here we are, 30 miles an hour, 1400 RPM. You can accelerate right from there. It's just great. But look at this thing. Pulls very strong. It has most TR6s, when they're hitting around 4,000, they're kind of done. This one pulls cleanly and strong. Well past 5. I just shifted it about 54, 5,500 and it was still pulling. We will have a realistic reserve on this car. So I believe it will sell in this auction. But please take the time. This is for someone who's serious about getting one of the better TR6s out there. I never like it when people say the best one in the world, because there's always one better. But this is certainly, I think, hands down, the best one I've ever driven. So there you have it, as far as the modification and how strong the car is. So please ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them. Very special car. Thanks for coming along, and like I said, happy holidays.